What's going on, guys? My name is Wade with Tech Daily, and in this video, we are checking out something pretty interesting. This is the Nozzer AntiSleep watch, and its purpose is to help prevent microsleep, that sort of uncontrollable brief sleep that happens when you're fighting to stay awake. This product was made for really anyone who might find themselves dozing off at an inopportune time, whether that be in the classroom or during a shift at work or while driving. The idea here is that when you start to feel yourself get a little drowsy, you'll enable the AntiSleep function on the watch, and an electrical impulse will be transmitted that will help you stay awake. The Nozzer watch launched on Indiegogo a little while back and smashed through its funding goal rather quickly, and you can now pick one up directly from their website for $99, which I think might be a solid investment if you're really looking for a unique way to kick that microsleep problem. If you are interested in learning a bit more about the Nozzer watch, I'll leave all the links down below in the video description for you guys to check out. But for now, let's go ahead and dive a little deeper to see what the Nozzer watch has to offer. Right off the bat, it's easy to tell that this is a pretty slim watch overall. It's shaped sort of like a fitness tracker with a thin profile, but it's got a pretty rough and rugged industrial design. It's a hard plastic housing with a small display that isn't touchscreen, but instead works with the couple metal buttons on the side, and personally, I'm glad it isn't a touchscreen watch. The buttons are very tactile and work smoothly, and having to swipe through such a small screen would have been a little difficult. The wristband is a soft but thick rubber material with, once again, a very rugged texture all the way around, and you've got that button style of connection similar to the Apple Watch Sport bands, which allows you to wrap it around your wrist really easily. There's a ton of holes to get the perfect fit, and actually 2 connection points to keep it secure as well. It's very comfortable on the wrist overall since it is very slim. It's no bigger in size than like a Fitbit Alta, and really you start to forget you're wearing one after a while. When it's on your wrist, the buttons are still easy to access, and you can flip through the menus seamlessly, which I will outline in just a second. And as far as charging it, this is actually pretty cool. The watch has a built-in USB connector hidden under the rubber wristband, so you just plug the whole thing into a USB port and it starts charging. Though you won't have to do that often since the watch will last for 90 days on standby. The Nozzer isn't a smartwatch or even a fitness watch for that matter. It has just a couple different menu options, including the time and date, a stopwatch functionality, a timer, and a silent alarm. The rest of the menu options and button combinations are for adjusting the anti-sleep mode. Speaking of that, obviously the main reason why anyone would want the Nozzer is because it is marketed as an anti-sleep device. And the way this works is that the watch has 2 metal connection points on the underside that will come in contact with your skin. And when anti-sleep mode is enabled, the watch will send an electrical impulse that stimulates your arm's nerves. The company behind Nozzer says that this electrical impulse will increase your nervous system activity and ultimately make falling asleep impossible. The important thing to keep in mind here is that the Nozzer watch is user controlled, so it can't sense if you're starting to get drowsy. You have to have a feel for that for yourself. But when you do, you can enable the anti-sleep feature and the Nozzer watch will do its thing. Now, because everyone is a little different, there are a lot of different modes and customization options you can choose from in order to get the appropriate electrical impulse sensation for you. The power level can be changed from 1 to 3, with 3 being the weakest and 1 the strongest. The range of intensity also goes from 1 to 25. I personally kept it on at 7, and that was plenty for me, but some people might need a little more shock to keep them up. And you can also change the interval of when the watch sends the electrical impulses, every 3, 5, 7, 10, or 15 seconds. And the watch will continue to send electrical impulses until you turn the anti-sleep function off. For me personally, the best way I can describe the sensation of Nozzer's anti-sleep function is a constant tingling sensation from electrical shock. It's similar to running your feet along the carpet and shocking your friend. That's sort of what you're experiencing, though it's a little less intense and a more constant sensation that occurs every couple of seconds. It's similar to almost like a scratch or a poke from a pin, and I will say that it goes beyond just affecting my arm where the contact pins are on the watch. After the first few impulses, I can feel a difference in my whole body, though I'm personally not the best test subject here because I don't find myself to be particularly tired at any point during the day, but I will say that it would be quite difficult to fall asleep just given the interesting and at times rather intense sensation that occurs on your wrist. The Nozzer watch is a really interesting product that sort of seeks to solve a problem that for a lot of people, coffee or caffeine can't necessarily combat. It's a pretty unique approach to a problem that millions of people face every day around the world, and I applaud the folks behind Nozzer for making such a unique product like this. For under $100, it very well may be the answer to some people's sleepiness and could be a powerful tool for shift workers, truck drivers, or anyone else who might doze off in a very dangerous situation. I definitely recommend checking out Nozzer's website to find out a bit more behind the research that went into this product and a more in-depth explanation of how it works. And I'll of course leave all of those links down below in the video description if you guys are interested in learning more. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Definitely let me know what you think of this Nozzer anti-sleep watch in the comments down below. Also, be sure to follow Tech Daily on Twitter and subscribe to the Tech Daily YouTube channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys later.